Hello guys, and welcome back to Earle Sports Bets. I'm Timothy Earle. I'll be joined here by Nick in just a minute. He decides to leave. Not kidding. Be Live is stupid sometimes and likes to kick him out. But yeah, we got some baseball games, got some basketball games, a bunch of good stuff to go over for today. But before we get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. I'm trying to share out the stream on Facebook page and all that stuff. So that's that real quick. Oh, Nick's back. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah, this site pisses me off sometimes. It likes kicking me out the moment the stream starts. So
I know it's
there.
Anyways, how you doing today, Nick?
Not too bad. Another good night overall. Let me see what my my overall night was last night. Out of all my plays, I went 11-5, and I finished up 5.92 units. So another really nice night. Out of all my overall plays. I was starting with college baseball. I went 1-1. I hit on the Texas Longhorns. They took care of Tennessee. I did miss on Virginia. That was a very frustrating game. Virginia giving up 5 runs in the top of the 7th or 8th. I forgot which inning it was. I think it was the 7th. They gave up 5 in the top of the 7th, and then they lost that game 6-5. And then in hockey, hit on the Montreal Canadiens, hit on the team total over. Very happy with that one there. Connecticut Sun, a very easy win, had them +1. They won that game by 10 points. Easy win there for that one. And then into baseball, and I also did hit on basketball. I did have the money line for the Phoenix Suns. I did not take the point spread because at this point in the playoffs, I'm not trying to lay points on a playoff team. So especially more than a possession. So generally, I would either look towards the dog or look towards just laying a little bit of a money line. I did that last night and it paid off. DeAndre Ayton made me sweat, but he got the alley-oop to take a 1-point lead with half a second left. That was a crazy end of the game there. And then into baseball, Tampa Bay lost. Also, Chicago White Sox team total over lost. But other than that, Arizona team total over lost as well. Other than that, I cashed on everything else. Washington team total over, Kansas City team total over, the Houston Astros, Minnesota team total over, all cash, as well as Colorado team total under, San Francisco team total over, all of those cash. So it was a good day overall for me yesterday. And it's going to be interesting to see in tomorrow night. We get Game 6 between Vegas and Montreal, where one team is up 3-2, looking to advance to the Stanley Cup, and the other one started the series as a -550 favorite. I just wanted to put that out there. I just want to take like 30 seconds to talk about that series so far. Number one, the value has been on Montreal every single game, without a doubt. These have been very balanced games, but yet we got a +200 on the Montreal Canadiens last night. I unfortunately only took the +1.5, not the straight up money line. But with that being said, Montreal's dominated every single first period in all 5 games of this series. And they've looked like the better team, honestly. And one thing that really has contributed to that is in 5 games, they've had to kill 13 penalties, and they killed all of them. Vegas has looked slow during their power plays. They're just not getting anything going. They're relying way too much on their goaltending with Marc-Andre Fleury and Robin Lehner from Game 4 to a point where it's catching up to Vegas and Montreal. What they've been able to do throughout these whole playoffs, they're doing it again in this series. They're slowing down the forwards. They haven't gotten anything from Mark Stone this series. They hadn't gotten much from Max Pacioretty. They haven't got anything from Riley Smith. They did that last series where Mike Scheifele kind of knocked himself out in Game 1 from being suspended, and they did that against the Maple Leafs with Austin Matthews, Mitchell Marner in that series as well. So this Montreal team, they've really had a really good game plan coming into these series, locking down the team's best players. Mark Stone, Max Pacioretty, both of them in shutdown. Very impressive performance from the Montreal Canadiens. I just want to put that out there. I'll probably be backing them in Game 6 as well to take care of business. I think potentially both these series go 7 games. Spoiler for my pick today, but I just want to give my 2 cents about that game last night.
Oh yeah, no, I could see that. Yeah, last night was a decent night. I think baseball I went 4-3. I had the Mets, which once Stroman went out, I'm like, okay, that's over.
Yeah.
I had Phillies that lost 3-2, so that one remained close. Had the over in the White Sox game. I didn't show my work the right way, but I still got the right answer. Boston Red Sox. 4 runs in the top of the 11th was able to get that W.
They got lucky in that one. They didn't put any runs up in the 10th, and a couple blunders on that Tampa Bay game in that 10th inning, the bottom of the 10th, with Randy Arozarena popping a foul ball on the 3-0 count, and a little base running blunder from Phillips on second base on the second out in that inning as well.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, as I was saying, I also had San Francisco last night. That was our premium play, so nice cash there. Had the under in the Colorado game, nice one there. And then I had the Dodgers last night, and that didn't work out. I also had Phoenix. That one could have gone really well, and it got way too close, and yeah, that didn't work out too nicely. But overall, decent night. I also bet on the over in that game. That didn't hit either. But hopefully we can have a good night tonight. I know our premiums last night went 4-1. The only loser was our Suns one. We had Connecticut. We had the under in the Rockies game. We had the Giants, and we had the Canadiens. So worked out nicely there. So 4 in one day. Hopefully we can go ahead and put it all together again.
Yep. And one last thing with that Colorado game, it hit again. All 7 games where the Rockies played a homestand and then went on the road away from Coors Field. They have not put up more than 3 runs in all 7 of those games. I'm going to continue to follow that trend.
There we go. But Brian Thornton, new day, new money. Let's get it. Hi, CSM.
Always.
All right, we get to start
all
off.
Right. Yeah, let's kick it off with the game starting in about an hour and a half. The Chicago White Sox take on the Pittsburgh Pirates to -156 for the White Sox, a +144 for the Pirates. Over under 8.5 for this game. Chase DeYoung takes on Dylan Cease in this matchup. Where are you looking at for this one?
I am going over. These two teams have been scoring decent lately, especially Chicago. They've been on a little bit of an over streak lately. The 2 pitchers don't scare me. DeJong for Pittsburgh, I think he can get tagged up easily. And Dylan Cease hasn't been perfect this year. So I'm thinking some runs. I think 8.5 is a low enough number. Sorry. And I think that this one can easily go under. I think that
over.
I do
Over.
Yes, under. Yes, over. Yes, over. And I just think that it's a solid spot there for it to go over. Yes, Tony says that he's going to be on the White Sox run line. I would probably be leaning towards Chicago too in this one. Just keep in mind that Pittsburgh did win yesterday, which was a little bit surprising to me. But hey, I had the over in that game, so a win's a win.
Yeah, for me, I'm staying away from this game. I was looking a little bit at that team total for Pittsburgh. They did put up 6 runs yesterday, and Dylan Cease does not have the greatest of road numbers. I'm staying off this game personally. There's no way I can think about laying chalk on a team that's lost 5 games in a row like the White Sox have. Granted, they are in Pittsburgh. I don't care, though. I'm going to lay off this game. I feel like there's better spots on this card, and trying to get the White Sox to end a 5-game losing streak. I'm not going to hold my breath here. Uh, it's Pirates or nothing for me really in this game, and I'm laying off.
Yeah, I'm not. I bet the over. I didn't bet anything else in this game. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. What up, Marcos? Cody BS says every time I bet on the Sox, I lose. Then stop betting on the Sox.
Or let me know when you are so I can bet the other team.
There you go.
All right, heading to our next matchup here, Washington Nationals at the Philadelphia Phillies. It is Eric Fetty taking on Vince Velasquez in this matchup. About a pick 'em here, minus 108, minus 102. Over under 9 runs for this game. And this is not the greatest of pitching matchups between Fetty and Velasquez. But that being said, these two teams don't really score many runs. Both these teams have been trending towards the unders recently. Washington's gone under in 8 of their last 10 games. Philadelphia's gone under in 7 of their last 10 games. I trust this Phillies. I trust this Washington pitching staff to keep this game under. I'm going first 5, the under 4.5 for the first 5, which is it's a 5 now. Under first 5 at minus 120. I got it under 4.5 at minus 110. I wish I waited a little bit there. I like the first 5 under 5 at minus 120 for this game. I think that this is a low scoring game as well. I think Vince Velasquez is able to slow down this team a little, this Nationals lineup a little bit. Plus, none of these actually. A couple players on the Philly side do have really nice success, though, against Eric Fetty. But Eric Fetty has looked much better as of late. Keep an eye on these 3 players, though. Rhys Hoskins, 4 for 16 versus Eric Fetty, 2 home runs. Bryce Harper, 5 for 13 versus Eric Fetty, 3 home runs. Realmuto, 3 for 12 against Fetty, 1 home run. I would definitely probably look at, if you want to look at home run props, Bryce Harper could be an interesting one. But I'm going to go first 5 under 5 for this one. I think it's a lower scoring game.
Yeah, I'm going to overall be passing on this game. I do think I would be leaning towards the Nationals. If we look at Fetty's last 3 starts, 19 innings, no earned runs. He's been a stud. He's been one of the key pieces for the Washington Nationals moving up in the division. And, there's – wow. Actually, it's a 3-way tie for second place and then at least. So, and Fetty's one of the big reasons that on every 5th day he's been giving them good starts. So, I'm thinking I would lean towards Washington on this one. But overall, I'm just going to pass on this game.
All right. Yeah, 3-way tie in second place, and they're all chasing the Mets.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about the Mets in this game. We're talking about the St. Louis Cardinals and the Detroit Tigers. John Gant takes on Matt Manning is the matchup here. We're getting the Cardinals for a minus 115, a plus 105 run back for these Detroit Tigers. Over under of 9 runs for this game. You have any action on this one?
I don't. If anything, maybe lean towards Detroit. Detroit's been playing a little bit better as of late. They're still not a good team. And St. Louis hasn't been good either. John Gant's been struggling. He had a good start to the year. I think he's lost, 3 straight games that he's pitched? Pulling up his numbers now. But he has just not been pitching that great as of late. Go to his game logs. Last couple games. Yeah, he's lost his last 2 starts. Hasn't won a start since the end of last month. And it's not like he's been pitching particularly well in his last 3 starts. He allows 3, 5, and 7 earned runs. So, no, if anything, a lean towards the Detroit Tigers. Maybe a lean towards the over in this one. Nothing I'd be interested in.
Yeah, I would lean towards the over in this game as well. The only problem is I don't trust this St. Louis hitting right now. And John Gant is someone who will give up runs, though. He walks a lot of guys. That's his problem. He's 4-5, a 3.50 ERA, 1.61 WHIP. Here's his problem, though: 46 strikeouts, 44 walks. 44 walks for John Gant so far this season, and 61 and a third and 2/3 innings pitch. That's not acceptable for a big league pitcher to have that many walks in 61 and 2/3 innings pitched. On the opposite side, Manning is 0-1 at 3.60 ERA, 1.20 WHIP, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 5 innings pitched. So he had the 1 start last game. I don't mind Detroit first 5 in this game, to be completely honest. But I'm personally laying off this game. I see better spots on the card. This is just not one of them.
Faded Cole yesterday, and it went very well under 8.5 strikeouts.
I took the team total over.
You know, that Yankee team has been playing really bad. I mean, and Garrett Cole, since the sticky situation, hasn't been the same. So there you go.
But it really wasn't Garrett Cole. It was Langosta that gave up the 4 runs in the 8th inning or whatever it was. It was the relief pitcher. It wasn't Cole. Cole was okay. He didn't strike out a lot of guys, but he was not terrible.
Well, let me look up the box score from last night.
If I'm not mistaken.
Garrett Cole, 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Okay.
Yeah, he was fine.
He didn't do that bad, but any nerfy looks early?
Nationals game. That's the only one I can see. I had the first 5
Call me crazy. How about that San Francisco game? I could probably see a nerfy with Gosman versus Shohei.
Yeah, I like that as well. I think an under could be in play for that game as well. Which actually, that's a perfect transition there, Tim. Oh, we know it's not.
Not quite yet.
Milwaukee Brewers, Arizona Diamondbacks for this matchup. Minus 215 for the Brewers, plus 195 for the Diamondbacks. Brandon Woodruff, Caleb Smith, the pitching matchup for this one. And looking at this game, I'm on the Arizona team total over. It's 2.5. I love 2.5s. You're asking them to put up 3 runs. Arizona, their problem is not scoring, it's pitching. I think they'll put up at least 3 runs. Yes, I understand it's against Brandon Woodruff, but he struggled in his last start, and I can see the Diamondbacks attacking him for a couple runs here. Woodruff is 5-3, a 1.94 ERA, 0.76 WHIP, 102 strikeouts, 19 walks, and 88 innings pitched. On the opposite side, Caleb Smith, 2-2, 3.21 ERA, 1.26 WHIP, 61 strikeouts, 26 walks, and 53 and 1/3 innings pitched. I'm looking at just the team total over 2.5. It is a minus 155, so it is a little bit juicy, but I feel like that's a good spot for them today. Just give me 3 runs Arizona, and you cash that play.
Yeah, I avoided this one. Not going after Arizona. Not a chance. Yes, they won 1 game. And then they lost last night, so they're back to their losing ways. I could see another 10-game losing streak incoming. No, but seriously. Brandon Woodruff has been sharp. He's been one of the better pitchers for the actually, you know what? I'm going to say he's been the best pitcher for Milwaukee this year.
He has.
In terms of ERA, Brandon Woodruff is 5th in the majors. He's one of the 5 pitchers who has an under 2 ERA for an under 2 ERA for the year. One of the 5 pitchers in the MLB that does. So, and if anything, you're going to want to go towards Milwaukee, but at a minus 214, no, and at the run line minus 1.5, no. So, not interested.
Yeah. All right. That'll bring us into our next game, though. Why would a debut player be favored against?
That's not what I said this morning, Nino.
No,
I said the Mets have somebody debuting this morning. Nice try.
Yeah. But looking at our next game here, we have the San Francisco Giants and the LA Angels. minus 110 for the Giants, plus 100 for the Angels, over under of 8 runs for this game. 3.5 are the team totals for this one. Kevin Gausman and Shohei Ohtani is the pitching matchup. What has anything caught your interest here?
Yes, but real quick, KJ, what are your best early plays? Liquid scrolling. That's going to be the things that we have money on. Clears that up.
Yeah. What are you looking at for this game?
I'm looking towards San Francisco. I think this is another solid spot for them. They're slight favorites. They're 8-2 their last 10 games. On the other side, LA is they've lost 2 straight and they're starting to decline again. This should be a nice spot. Gausman has been one of the best pitchers in the league. Like how I mentioned Woodruff, Gausman, I think, is number 3? Number 3 in the league? Hold on, let me. Gausman's number 2 in the league. If there wasn't a guy named Jacob deGrom with ERA a full 1 underneath him, he would be the best pitcher in baseball right now. And I think this stays true. I think he has a really good game. I don't think the Angels score much off of him. So I'm taking San Francisco in this matchup. Minus 111. Solid spot for it. And let's get it. I trust Gausman over Ohtani.
Yeah, I wanted to find some type of way to get myself involved with Kevin Gausman here. I really like the way he's been pitching lately. 8-1, a 1.51 ERA, 0.77 WHIP, 103 strikeouts, 19 walks, 89 2/3 innings pitch. He is going to get some votes for the Cy Young this year. They're going to be second place votes because everyone's going to vote for DeGrom. On the opposite side, Shohei Ohtani 3-1, a 2.70 ERA, 73 strikeouts, 29 walks, and 53 1/3 innings pitched. And I think there's a good chance this year we get both MVPs in the NL and the AL are pitchers. Which I don't think has ever happened. So DeGrom deserves to win MVP in the NL. And if you've seen anything Shohei Ohtani has done this year, he's should be the hands down favorites to win the MVP in the American League this year. This is a player that he'll go out and throw you 6 shutout innings, and when he's not pitching, he'll go and hit you a home run every other night. This is an absolute insane pitcher, player, whatever. Shohei Ohtani's looked absolutely amazing. I want to back him as well. Give me the first 5 under 4. I think both these pitchers shut down the opposing offense. They went under yesterday. San Francisco has gone under in 2 in a row now. And LA's gone under in 2 in a row after going over, I believe, 9 in a row before that. I think that both these pitchers are able to slow down these offenses. Give me first 5 under 4 at even money.
And I got one thing to say about this, the whole debate you're talking about real quick. But I'm going to type up your thing for San Francisco and Angels. You said first 5 under?
Yeah.
And then what was the number?
4. Even money.
Got it. Pulling up some betting odds real quick. And then I'll get to the chat in just a second. Shohei Ohtani is plus 115 to win AL MVP. And then the other big thing that you wanted to look at was DeGrom to win MVP. Him and Fernando Tatis Jr. are both plus 150.
Yeah.
Not to mention Garrett Cole is the favorite for the AL MVP, AL Cy Young.
That's just because he's a Yankee.
No, I think there might be value going after Carlos Rondon
or
Shane Bieber, John Means.
Means is hurt, so I don't think that's a good play there. But I think DeGrom should be considered for the MVP. Yeah, he's a minus 325 for.
Yeah, that's
the Cy Young. Okay, hypothetically speaking, I wouldn't hate sprinkling a little bit on Woodruff and Gausman to win the Cy Young. And here is why. What does DeGrom struggle with this year?
Injuries.
Yes. There's always that chance that DeGrom gets hurt and misses an extended period of time. That's the only way either of those two. I don't see Corbin Burns or Yu Darvish. Maybe Zach Wheeler at 22-1 could be interesting, but no. It's DeGrom and Shohei for MVP for me.
Yeah. Christina trying to talk baseball again. Is there anyone DeGrom would not be good against, or is his game so on point that he could stand against any team because he has a strong game? DeGrom has not been stopped by anybody. The only teams I would be concerned about would be if he played like the Dodgers, even though not really, the Dodgers really aren't that good right now. But DeGrom's put in good outings against Padres twice. He's put in a good outing against the Cubs. He's put in a good outing. I'm going to pull up his numbers real quick against what teams he's played and what teams he had bad games against, which you're not going to find much about bad games. I just want to look at this real quick. No earned runs, 1 earned run runner.
I think he hasn't given up an earned run in like 32 innings pitched.
He has not given up a earned run since May 25th against Colorado, and that was a home run to McMahon, and that was all that he gave up that entire game. He gave up 1 earned run against Colorado, against Arizona, against Miami, and against Boston.
And I remember I had Boston that game. He gave up 1 run, and Boston won that game 1-0.
He's had shutout games against, or he's thrown no earned runs against Philadelphia, Colorado, Washington, Colorado again, right? Arizona again, sorry. San Diego, Chicago, Atlanta. I mean, Chicago is only, 3 innings, but 3 perfect innings? No.
Yeah. And Atlanta this season, I feel like they have a good offense in name only. They just really other than Acuna, like Freeman hasn't really played that great this year. Albies has not looked that great this year. Like the Braves have struggled to hit, so their offense is good in name only right now.
Correct. All right, let's continue with the comments real quick so we can continue the show. Any Euro action? Nope.
The soccer team.
The line for us is still a -110 for the Giants on our book, so we're taking them. Thanks, guys. I use your picks almost every day, and it's working out. Let's get it.
Appreciate it.
2 weeks of watching. You guys are awesome. Best show. Appreciate it, dude. I really do. Good morning. What's up, Isaiah? Any NBA player props? I'll have to look at those in a little bit, and I'll see as we're going over hockey and stuff. I'll find something.
All right. Moving on to our next team here, Colorado and Seattle. This is our premium play of the day over on Picks and Parleys. If you guys want to check that out, the link to that is in the description of the video down below. So we'll just be moving on to the next one. Detroit versus Arizona. Thoughts? I didn't think Detroit's playing Arizona. Like if the Tigers played the Diamondbacks, I'd take the Tigers. If that's what you're getting at, I don't know what you're talking about there.
Yeah,
it's St. Louis and Detroit, and it's Arizona and Milwaukee.
All right. Anybody who asks for Euro under 3 in the Spain-Slovakia game is what Tony's going with. That's as much as I'll know. I might. No, I'm not going to bet that. No, Sean, I don't know what you mean by Detroit versus Arizona. Unless they're not playing week 1, are they, in football?
Not that I know of.
Then I don't know. But what we do know is that Houston's playing Baltimore.
Yeah, we got the Houston Astros and the Baltimore Orioles. Jose Urquidy takes on Thomas Eshelman. It's a minus 181 now. That line has gone down a little bit. Plus 166 on the other side for the Baltimore Orioles. Where are you looking at for this game?
Pass. I'm not betting this game. Sorry, Tigers versus Cardinals. I passed on that game. For Sean, and I think Nick did too.
Yeah, I didn't touch that game.
Yeah, we didn't touch that one. But for this game, I passed on this one. I'm not laying a minus 181 for the Astros. Not laying a run line at minus 125. Not going after a Baltimore Orioles team who has lost 4 straight games and 9 out of their last 10. Not going to step in front of a Houston team that's won 9 straight games. Going to make it 10 tonight. I think that Houston wins this game. I'm just not laying any of those prices. The only thing that I could see is let's look at Houston minus 2.5 is at a plus 110.
Ooh, intriguing. Looking at this game for me, is anyone going to stop the Astros right now? It sure as hell ain't going to be the Baltimore Orioles. Looking at this game, Houston, 19-15 on the road. That's a decent road record. 25-14 versus right-handed pitching this year. They've won 9 out of the last 10 games, 9 in a row. And they're going up against a team that's lost 4 in a row, 9 of their last 10 games. Is 14-34 versus right-handed pitching, 12-25 at home. A really bad team with a pitcher that I've heard nothing about. I'm laying it. Houston Astros minus 181. I don't care that it's a huge price tag. I'm on the Astros. This is a team where I'm going to back them. I don't care that's a huge price tag. I had this game priced at a minus 215. So I see 35 cents of value on the Astros today. Give me Houston minus 181. I have no problem laying that type of price. And give me your Urquidy here. I like him.
Yeah, real quick, looking at Eshelman. Yeah. 4 2/3 innings, 1 run, 3 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. And that was against Toronto on the 18th. So that's what we got for that one. Not really much to go off of. So no, I agree with Houston. I'm just not laying a big ass price tag like that. That's dumb.
Well, I see value on it because if you look at it, at the end of the season, I had this price around a minus 212, which means they'll probably win this game 65% of the time, and they have it priced where they'll win like 60% of the time. Like I see value on it. Anyway, right. Moving on. Kansas City Royals, New York Yankees is the matchup. Danny Duffy versus Michael King. We get the Yankees at a minus 175, a plus 161 run back for these Kansas City Royals. And we saw this yesterday where this Yankees bullpen blew at the end. And I'm looking just at the first 5, though, for this game because I still think the Yankees have a better bullpen than these Kansas City Royals, and it's not particularly close. I have Kansas City's bullpen ranked 18th and the Yankees ranked 3rd. I have first 5 plus 130. I like Danny Duffy. He's looked really good this year. He's 4-3. 1.94 ERA, 1.13 whip, 48 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 41 2/3 innings pitched. Michael King, 0-3, a 4.08 ERA, 1.39 whip, 29 strikeouts, 15 walks, and 35 innings pitched. So this is a spot where I'm taking the Kansas City Royals to win the first 5 innings. I'm not trusting their bullpen still, so plus 130, I'm totally okay with that price. Give me the Royals first 5 in this game.
Yeah, real quick. Christina, did you switch your picture to a picture of a rat? Detroit Pistons did get the lottery pick. I feel bad for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, he's going to be good, though.
He is going to be good, but he's going to be on a bad team for a while. For this game, I'm not interested in this New York, either New York game. But if anything, go towards Kansas City. The Yankees have not been playing well. 5-5 of their last 10. They lost yesterday with Garrett Cole on the mound, their supposed ace. On the other side with Kansas City, we're getting a team that's won 2 straight. Yeah, they've lost 7 out of their last 10, but they're starting to right the ship. I'm not going to be betting this one because I don't feel that comfortable enough to bet Kansas City. But if anything, maybe look towards the under in this game. It's at a 10. Yeah, look towards the under in this game.
Yeah. Also, I just added a little bit of a double up play. I'm on Kansas City first 5 and full game now. I took the plus 161. I see massive value on that line. Kansas City plus 161 is another one of my plays, and I don't hate that team total over as well. Michael King has not looked particularly well this year, so that's another line I would not mind going after. Yeah, the good luck money we're at.
I like that. Well, we get to go from the bad New York team to the good New York team.
Yeah. We get the Atlanta Braves at the New York Mets. Kyle Wright takes on Tyler Meagle.
Sounds right.
For this matchup. And this is Meagle's debut there for this season. You get the Mets at a minus 121, a run back of plus 111 for the Braves. Over under 9 runs for this game. And for me, I'm staying away from this one. I need to see what Meagle has to offer before I go and trying to back him at all or fade him. I don't know. I haven't looked at any of his minor league stats or anything like that. So I'm personally staying away from this game. Maybe a lean towards the Atlanta Braves team total over, or maybe the full game over as well. Seeing that Kyle Wright's not someone I trust either, but I'm staying away from this game. It's just not a game I'm trying to get involved with.
A, I'm passing. B, some Meagle stats. Hasn't really been that impressive this year. But for both AA and AAA, he's thrown 40 innings, allowed 15 earned runs on 12 walks and 59 strikeouts. So he hasn't been terrible, but that's in double and AAA. In AAA, he's thrown 14 and a third innings. He allowed 6 runs on 11 hits, 5 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 17 strikeouts. So he's been pitching decent through AAA, but I don't know about major leagues right now. This is going to be his first start. Probably a decent spot for the Atlanta Braves in this one. I'm going to be passing on this game, though.
Yeah, it's just not a game you have to get involved in. Two question mark pitchers, and just nothing to rely on here. So, yeah, no action on this one.
No. I do have action on this next game, though.
Yeah, we do have the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. A minus 144 for the Rays, over under 9 runs for this game. Wander Franco, in his major league debut, tied up the game at 5 yesterday with a 3-run home run. That's a really good sign for the Tampa Bay Rays if they can get his bat going. Their number one prospect.
Yeah, not to mention his first MLB hit was the homer.
Yeah, that's a good start to your career, if you ask me. But we're getting Rich Hill today versus Garrett Richards in this matchup. I'm personally don't have any action on this game at the moment. I was looking towards the over in this game. I don't trust Garrett Richards. But that being said, I'm staying away from this game. I was looking at potentially Tampa Bay team total over or the over in general in this game. I could see the Rays putting up some runs against Garrett Richards in this matchup, but I'm personally staying away from this one. I would lean team total over for Rays, lean over full game. No bet on this one.
I have a bet on this one. I'm going with Boston. Yes, Garrett Richards has been average this year, and Rich Hill has been having a good game. Tampa Bay has lost 7 straight games. There's no way I'm backing them at minus 144. I think the value is at Boston. Boston's a better team. And Rich Hill is very hit or miss. And I think this is going to be one of his missed performances. I think he gets tagged up a bunch against a Boston team that can hit everybody besides the ground. But I think this is a solid spot for the Red Sox in this game. And I'm grabbing them at plus 133.
Yeah, that's a nice little spot there. I don't hate it. Maybe the team total over 3.5 for Boston could be a look as well. Yeah. I might have to jump on that Boston team total over 3.5 is not a price that scares me, especially with a 9 total.
You grabbing it?
But no, I'm still laying off. It's a -130 over 3.5. I'll look at it. I'm staying away from this game at the moment, though. Next game, though, Toronto Blue Jays, Miami Marlins. -115 for the Jays, +105 for the Marlins. Over under 7 runs for this game. Robbie Ray takes on Trevor Rogers for this matchup. And where are you looking at for this one?
This will be the last game I pass on. If anything, I would lean towards the under in this game and the Miami Marlins. Both of them at plus money, which is kind of crazy that an under 7 is plus money in this one. Just because Miami doesn't hit, that's the big key. Is they had a good series against the Cubs, but this is a borderline AAA lineup, and I don't see it being able to hit that much. And Trevor Rogers has been fantastic all year. He's another one of those pitchers that has an under 2 ERA. We have 3 of the top 5 ERA pitchers pitching tonight, with Gausman, Rogers, and Woodruff. So maybe look towards a grand slam under. But I'm gonna be passing on this game, and I'll move on from it.
Yeah, I was looking at this game a little bit here, and I just actually added a play onto this one that kind of stuck out to me. I'm going with an under in this game. I definitely do not trust the Marlins to give me any runs. And I think that Trevor Rogers is able to slow down this Blue Jays offense. First 5, under 3.5. It's at even money. I think that they're able to keep this game low scoring like they did yesterday. I think like a 3-2 game final is what we'll be looking at, and probably 2-0 or 1-0 at the end of 5 innings. So give me the first 5 under 3.5, even money for this game between the Marlins and the Blue Jays. Trevor Rogers has looked really good, 7-3, a 1.87 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, 95 strikeouts, and 26 walks, and 81 2/3 innings pitched. And this Miami team is not a good lineup whatsoever. So it's first 5 under for me here.
Sounds good. We got 2 MLB games left for today.
Yes, we do. The next one here is the Oakland Athletics and the Texas Rangers. -137 for the Athletics, +127 for the Rangers. Over under of 9.5 for this game. Mike Fultonevich takes on James Capillarian. And where are you looking at for this one?
I'm looking for this one to go over. These two teams have just been hitting the ball like crazy. I believe Oakland's gone over 8 out of their last 10, and Texas has gone over 7 out of their last 10. One of them being, and then one of the 3 not overs was a push. So I just don't think that this is a spot where we're gonna see a shutout game or anything. I think there's gonna be some high scoring. I got it at a 8.5, I think, last night. But it's up to a 9.5. I know I got it at 9. It's at 9.5. I'm totally okay with over 9.5 in this game. These two pitchers don't scare me, especially Fulte. So I'm going to go over in this Oakland game. I think you're going to see a bunch of runs again.
Yeah, I have 2 plays on this game. I do like the over as well. I think we're going to see plenty of runs. And I like the Texas team total over. It's 3.5 and -145. I feel like they get at least 4 runs. We're getting a 3.5 team total with a 9.5 game total. I feel like that's a little low. Yes, I understand it's juice, but I think we see take the puking emoji away from my play. But I think we see some runs in this game. Team total over for Texas, and full game over for this game as well.
Team total for it is 5.5 at +110. All right. We got one more MLB game to go, and I think it's going to be one of our better ones of the day.
Oh, yeah. We're looking at the Los Angeles Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. Joe Musgrove takes on Trevor Bauer for this matchup. And this should be a fun game. Trevor Bauer, 7-5, a 2.45 ERA, 0.94 whip, 119 strikeouts, 32 walks, and 95 and 2/3 innings pitched. Joe Musgrove on the other side, 4-6, a 2.28 ERA, 0.85 whip, 98 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 79 innings pitched. And for the second time in 3 days, something we haven't seen since 2019, the Dodgers are plus money underdogs once again. I don't understand why. I mean, San Diego had won the first two of this series, but we're getting the first 5 for the Dodgers at plus 100. I like that. I don't trust this Dodgers bullpen 100%, but I do trust. I do like Trevor Bauer more than I like Joe Musgrove. I'm going LA Dodgers first 5 plus 100 on the money line there. Taking Trevor Bauer in the first 5. Where are you looking for this game?
I was on the Dodgers for the last 2 games, and I'm going San Diego today. Musgrove's had a lot better numbers at home, and I think that you should stop kidding yourself. I think that the Padres are a better team right now. They've won 6 straight games, 7 out of their last 10, and the Dodgers are struggling, only winning 6 out of their last 10. But they've lost 2 straight games to them. And with San Diego at home, I think they finish off the sweep here, and I'm going to be grabbing San Diego today. Granted, tomorrow I will probably be betting against both of these teams, but right, does San Diego have a game tomorrow? No, San Diego does not, but LA does, and I'll probably be betting against LA tomorrow.
Yeah, I totally understand that. That does make sense. It's kind of like betting against the Yankees or Red Sox after a game against each other. So that does make sense.
Yeah, that's it for baseball. Before we jump into some basketball and some hockey, we got 1 game each from there. If you guys are new to the channel or just came in, haven't hit that like button, just go over and tap the like button. It's free. We appreciate it. We want to be able to keep doing these shows and creating content. So if you guys are new, subscribe. We're almost at 800 subscribers. I think we're at 796. Yeah, 796 subscribers. So 4 subscribers away from 800. If we can get there by the end of the day, that would be fantastic. And then hopefully 1,000 subscribers by the end of by the week 1 of the NFL season. So hope you guys can help us out with all of that. And quick scheduling. Craig is always on around 10 o'clock for his thing. Me and Nick on at 11. Higgs on at 12, which I think we won't interrupt his thing that long today. Allie up at 1:30. Me and Nick will be back for game time decision at 6. And Total Chaos tonight. I'll be on Total Chaos against Nick Parsons tonight. So that's at 9 o'clock. And then Late Night Money with Sean Higgs is tonight at 10 o'clock p.m.
You take the puke emoji away from my Astros play? You're not funny.
No, it's a minus 181. No, I'm not.
I don't care.
Time for some basketball.
All right, we got game 1 here between the Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks. -8 for the Bucks, a plus run back for the Hawks in this matchup. We are in Milwaukee for this game. Where are you looking at for game number 1 here?
I just think that this line is way too wide. I'm going to be grabbing Atlanta +8 today. I just think that's a solid spot. They played a really good series against Philadelphia, which a lot of people are high on. I just think that 8 points is way too much for a conference finals game. These games should go down to the wire, and having 8 points on it is going to be nice. I am going to be leaning more towards the under in this game because I think that these two teams, are, at least for today, are going to play very defensive. They're going to not try to make mistakes. No team wants to go down 1-0 to start off the series. That's not a good start. And I think you're going to see more of a defensive game. I'll be grabbing Atlanta. I might even look towards a little bit of sprinkling that money line as well tonight.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all either. For me here, I saw that the Hawks were even money at +8, and I actually just bumped it up to an 8.5 for -110. I just wanted that extra half a point because I think this is going to be a close game down the stretch, and you're basically paying the same price for it. So I'm on the Hawks +8.5 tonight. I feel like this is a closer game, and I don't hate that +280 for the money line here, especially seeing that Giannis has been known to choke late in the playoffs. So I do not mind the Atlanta Hawks here. Are you looking at an over or under more in this game?
I'm looking more towards the under. I think that they're going to play a little bit more defensive. And what's actually the line for it?
225.5.
Yeah, I think it goes under. That's more of a lean. I'm not actually putting any money on that, but I would lean more towards the under in this one. But I really like this Atlanta spot. Okay, real quick. Atlanta has won both of their game ones so far this postseason.
Mm-hmm. And do you see potentially like the Hawks coming out early today? Because they're +165 for the first quarter. I know you don't look at first quarter, first halves, but +165 money line, but they're a +2.5 on the spread for the first quarter.
I don't do first quarters. If anything, I would think I would favor Atlanta because Milwaukee sometimes comes out really slow. But I don't know. I'm not gonna. I don't bother with that. I think that's just luck of the draw. That's not really handicapping. That's more gambling.
Okay, I didn't know if you would look at something like that. Any player props you'd be looking at for this game?
Go over the hockey, and I'll have one after you're done with hockey.
All right, fine. Then we will move over from the hardwood to the ice. For game number 6 here, back at the Nassau Coliseum, the New York Islanders host the Tampa Bay Lightning. It is a -140 for the Lightning, a +131 run back for these New York Islanders. The total is 5 in this game. And good God, that was an absolute dismantling in game number 5. But one thing I do expect is that the Islanders, after being embarrassed 8-0, they're going to come out ready to play. I'm on the Islanders money line tonight. I'm also going to take the Islanders in the first period here at +120. I think they come out after being utterly embarrassed and potentially the last game at Nassau Coliseum, and they're going to put up a goal or two in the first period. They're going to have a lead at the end of the first, and they're gonna right their wrongs from what happened in Game 5, and they're going to force a game number 7. I think both these series are potentially going 7 games. I still think there's a shot we see Islanders and Knights. Like, I can see both these teams coming back from down 3-2. But that being said, I'm on the Islanders +130 and on the Islanders first period as well at +120 is where I'm looking at for this game. No player props for me personally. I think this could be a lower scoring game where the Islanders played their style of hockey and try to get an early lead and hold that lead. So I can see this potentially being a 2-0, 2-1, 3-1 type of Islanders win. So maybe a lean towards the under as well. You get a nice +118 price on that game. Maybe just the under 5.5. It's a -150. That could be interesting as well. But I'm on Islanders first period +120. Islanders full game +131.
Oh, and I have to start deleting stuff because we have a little bit of not that much room to type right now. Said Islanders first period money line.
First period money line at +120 and full game money line at +131. Yeah, I don't think the Islanders will fall in their last potential game at the Nassau Coliseum. I see the Islanders potentially losing Game 7 in Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay, I think since they got swept against Columbus, have gone 12 or 13-0 in playoff games after a loss. So I don't think the Islanders win this series particularly, but I think they win Game 6 here. I think this is a 100% a bounce back spot after being absolutely embarrassed, turning the puck over too many times, giving them too many power plays. They're going to play much more disciplined hockey. Barry Trotz is not going to allow that team to do what they did last game, and the Islanders will come out and play their type of hockey, and they will dominate the game and win a 3-1 type of game.
Sounds good. I went through and tried to find a good player prop, and I feel like this line is I feel like this is a solid one. I'm going to go Trae Young over 4.5 3-pointers made. That's a plus 379. I think that's a solid. Honestly, I mean, last game Game 7 he had a struggle, but the rest of the games he's been hitting at least 4 to 5 3-pointers a game. So I think that's a solid spot for him. Later on in the game, he's going to be the one with the ball. So Trae Young over 4.5 3-pointers, or on our book, it just says 5+ at plus 379.
Sounds good. But want to go over a little bit of a recap of what we have going on, and then we're going to head on out for today. For me, I'm looking at the first 5 under between the Nationals and the Phillies. I'm looking at Arizona team total over 2.5, under first 5 in the LA Angels San Francisco Giants game. Houston money line, Kansas City first 5 and full game plus 130 and plus 161. Toronto first 5 under 3.5. Texas and Oakland over 9.5, as well as Texas team total over 3.5, not 5.5. And then the LA Dodgers first 5, as well as the Islanders first period and full game plus 120 and plus 131. I also have the Atlanta Hawks at plus 8.5.
I'm not putting in the Atlanta Hawks. I'd have to delete more stuff for you.
No, you're good.
For me, a little bit of a lighter slate. I went with the Pittsburgh game over 8.5. San Francisco, Boston over in the Oakland game, and the Padres, along with Atlanta plus 8. Is that everything I have? I just want to make sure because I have a feeling I missed something. Nope, I didn't. I'm good. That should be it. Oh, and the Trae Young over 4.5 3-pointers.
Yep.
But go ahead, Nick. Wrap it up for the day. Oh, hold on. Plug that real quick.
Yes. If you had clicked the link in the description, you picksandparlays.net/game time, 50% off our 7-day packages over on Picks and Parleys. And that's going to just about wrap it up for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we go live, which is every single day, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this stream. I want to thank you guys as always for watching. My name is Nicholas Earle. I was joined here by my brother Tim. And we want to thank you guys and good luck.
See ya.